Okay, I'm going to try doing some of these controls. I don't like the color of the chrome. So what I'm going to do is go over to the Bead blaster. I'm going to try blasting it. So this is your blasted finish right here, which is raw metal, but it's nice and satin color. So beads will do this, sand will just destroy stuff. So these are beads right here. Some fine stuff. Beads are actually glass beads, so they're little BBs. Just really, really small. So right now you can't see the back side here, so I'm going to blast that, see what it looks like. If I like what it looks like, I'll do the whole thing. If I don't like what it looks like, I will stop and then not do it at all. So we'll see what we got here. Turn this thing on. Noise. Alright. So that's before. That's after. You can see how the overspray over here. Looks like you squirted silver paint on it. So that gives me the right finish, see? So, you like that finish, or like that finish? I know which one I like. I like the dull finish. See, if you keep the pressure down, it doesn't take the chrome off. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that whole thing. Doesn't take long to do there, only just a short time. That's all it takes. Very thin layer. She went through the copper. Copper came up a lot quicker than I thought it would. The back side wasn't too bad. The front side didn't put much copper on it, much chrome, so changed on me quicker than I wanted to. It's going to sit like that. So do we leave the copper bleed on it, or do we blast it some more? I didn't blast it all up around there, I guess. I took too much off of here, so I was being careful. So we got to decide what we want to do on that finish. I know it's not working. And put the black piece behind it. Alright, so what do you think? Do we leave it the way it is? A little bit of copper showing through. Gives it more of an aged look kind of when you do that. Or we just paint it silver. So we do the same thing with the lever or leave it chrome. And the chrome rod on it. I'm actually alright with the chrome inner lever, I think it's okay. Excuse me. It's like this, you got a dirty primer and you got chrome parts here and there, so it kind of blends in. I definitely like the bracket a lot better without the chrome on it. The problem is this piece here is pretty damn shiny also. At least it calms it down a lot by having that bracket done off. I don't want to blast all this stuff because this aftermarket chrome is not very thick, so it comes off easy. As you can see by the different finishes on that. So I like that. So I think it's pretty good. So I'll probably do, I gotta do the same thing on the brake side now. But I'm not gonna blast that master cylinder. Ain't no damn way I'm doing that. So we'll just blast this control, leave the lever and stuff chrome. Probably won't be too bad. How many bubbles we're gonna get now? Ooh, a bunch of them. Once I get this thing bled out, I'll take it apart and go blast that piece off. There's a lot of chrome on this thing. Damn. Or maybe I'll blast the whole thing, I don't know. Kind of looks better with it dull. See, these levers are all dulled out. These were chrome, but they're all eaten away, so. Maybe I'll blast the whole assembly. Still gotta take it all apart. You can't live with the beads inside the pivots, but I don't know. I know I'm not doing a master cylinder. Keeping a layer here and there, but not much. Alright, I think I'm going to try bleeding the brake. See what happens. Alright, let's go over here, hook this up. So we're just going to put a little pressure on it. Unscrew the screw, let go. One of the tricks you can do is put your finger over the hole, a little bit of light pressure, and as you put pedal on, it'll pump the air out real quick, and you'll feel the fluid behind your finger. So you can actually know it's working. Now this was all full of air, so I think I'm going to try that method first. Unless there's fluid coming out right now, which I doubt. Finger over it. Well, there's all kinds of bubbles going right now. I don't know where those came from. Put a bunch of air in there somehow, I don't know why. I'm feeling no pressure at all on my finger. So give it 2 pumps, pop my finger, close my finger. You can hear it over there popping. Let it up. No air. Repeat. Fluid level's dropping, so that's a good sign. Not much. So you got very, very little activity going on, but it definitely helped a lot. You can see how much fluid went away. So that means fluid went into the system. So I wonder if this line was completely dry, because it seems like it didn't have anything in it. Did I replace? I might have replaced this front line. I don't remember. Can't remember if I did that or not. I don't think I did, but maybe I did. I don't remember. It looks like the whole system's dry. So anyway, I'm having really not pressure here yet, but I'm getting a lot of, I actually have liquid there at least now. Like I said, you got 2 calipers fighting. You got, till one fills up, the other one's not going to work. The problem is they're both fucking dry right now. A bunch of air came out. That's a big plus. Like that, steady air. That's what you want. See how the fluid's going down also. So I'm just barely moving the piston. You see how much I'm moving the piston, not much. It's a lot of air coming out. Yeah, I think we were vacuum locked before or something. Get the valve tight. Yeah, pretty tight. Yeah, it's definitely working now. Oop. It's popping bubbles up. That means you're getting closer usually. Damn. Keeps doing that. Okay, time for some more fluid in there. It sucked up a lot of it. There's a lot of lines though. Okay, so we just covered up that screw hole in back. So I should be able to see activity. It's like the air really dropped off. It's still coming though. Some resistance, but yeah, I get a little pressure on them. Heard it blowing a bunch of bubbles there when I let go. See the pressure wave coming up on the bubble, and that means you're building some pressure. A lot of air coming out of there still. Good sign. Okay, I'm going to try to pop that bleeder back there and see what happens. Still getting air. Comes out in spurts. Okay, so I'm going to see what comes out of here. So, not sure I'm going to do this where you can actually see what's coming out of there, because I can't work in here. And my arm's going to block what's happening, I'm sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3 pumps. Release. Big shot of air. Slowly bring the pedal back up over here. Air. No air. 1, 2, 3 again. Pop it. Tighten it up. Put our pedal up here again on this side. No real air. Couple bubbles here and there, but not too much. One, 2, 3. Try this again. Steady fluid there at the end. Okay, just let it up. Let it sit on its own. Don't force it. Just let it settle. So we had a lot of air blowing out, and then it started getting a steady stream coming out, but it was kind of foamy. You can see it wasn't 100% clear. It had a little bit of whiteness to it. That means it's got bubbles in it. So it's slightly aerated, but it's okay. So now let's see what we got for pedal here. Some more fine bubbles. More. Not much there. It's just fluid. I think we got to brake a little bit now. It's not going all the way down. Go back here and do this again over here. 1, 2. Solid fluid. So I'm going to do the same one down here on the floor. Try to put it down here. Okay. Make a mess. There you go with that. Bunch of air. Hold it, wait. Oh, well, that took a bunch of it out. Solid fluid. Oh, oops. I don't know if you heard all that sucking noise. It was a bunch of sucking noise. It sucked the fluid dry. Oops. You're not supposed to do that. Luckily, it can't go very far. The fluid's right here. Good shot of fluid in there like that. Cap. Another plus having the cap on there. If you kick it on the floor, it doesn't go on the floor. Okay, there's gonna be some air because I sucked a bunch in. That was all that sucking noise we had. Now it's nothing but fluid now. See, that's no more bubbles. So see, now the brake only goes that far, see? Nice and solid. So pushes up the fluid, no more air bubbles. We're done, there's no more air bubbles in the system. That's good. Got some brake fluid over here in the exhaust. Cleans it. Alright, so socket. So now after you ride the bike a little bit, you come back and do the same thing again. Just bleed it slightly. See if there's any air. If no air comes out, again, you're golden. Right now there's no air in the system. Okay, that's good and tight. That one I have to put on the bike and then I can tighten it. So right now, see, no more air. Another trick you can do is you can pump this thing up solid, full of fluid. Let the piston all the way out, quite a bit. Then you come back and put the screwdriver in and move it back about a 1/4 inch. And that'll blow a bunch of fluid back real quick. And if there's any air stuck anywhere, it'll suck it right into there. But we have a nice hard pedal here. That's not going very far. It's only that much. That ain't much. The real trick is if you do 2 quick ones in a row. See, See that far? Come back, do it again. See how it's almost the same? Each time it's not pumping up. If it's not pumping up, that's because there's nothing to pump up. You can see how it's got a nice stream coming when you go put pressure on it. That's good too. That means there's not much to be had. When I did that, I put fluid over here because I pumped it quick. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So I gotta wipe this all down. I'm gonna take this pedal off, go blast it, and come back, and we'll see what it looks like. So we'll be back.